Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 5, race 5, here at Zolder. We've got Gwyn Baker, we've got Steve Tadman, and we've got Mog, who is taking a break today from the intro, resting his vocal cords, saving them for the next one, as we know how much you love him doing the intro. And here we go.
Here we go. Right then, first of all, we're on to lap 1 of race 1. And I've got the camera all set up here, lovely, so we can follow it around and look for any incidents. Here we go.
Who's playing Battlestar Galactica?
Oh my god. I think we've been made redundant.
What a very enjoyable and textbook first lap.
That is how we would like to see every first lap. That was... Give yourselves a round of applause there, guys. That was lovely. Is it too?
Track. Yep.
Hey. There was a little bit of rubbing, but nothing that I think we need to look at. What do you guys think?
Nothing stood out, did it?
Nothing stood out at all, did it? From front to back, we got to see all of them, and distance was kept. And I did like I said at the last meeting, everybody kept double for side by side until they filtered through over at the chicane. Very, very good.
It looks like there's bugs on your screen. Look at the flag waving on the stands. Looks like a bug going back and forth.
Yeah. What if we zoom out even further? Just splat them.
Yep.
There we go then. Let's move it along. We'll jump into race 2 then, is it?
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
And maybe we'll be done in 5 minutes.
What are you going to say that for?
I think that's the time where you say, yep, and maybe monkeys will fly out of my butt.
Maybe monkeys will fly out of Steve's butt.
Yep.
No, I'm keeping the truth in there.
So who's this? There's 18, so it's going to be 9. Oh, so Robin is going to be leading out. So if we go with Dan, we can see the front pack. We can watch them through. Obligatory crotch shot.
SD cam.
And then we get the speed of this, right?
Definitely too early for Mog. We didn't even get the typical Mog giggle.
No hunger sounds, nothing. It's like, what?
Nothing.
Just to let everybody know that we're recording this in the morning. This is an AM meeting.
8:24 Roger time.
All right, there we go. Let's have a watch of this pack then. Why is he not up there? Come on, Dan. He's getting there, he's getting there. Very good, very good.
I think people think that they're speeding when they have to catch up and go fast, but you don't. You got to get up behind the car in front of you.
Yeah. But he did make it there before the light then that time. This might be a sub-hour meeting, you know. This is great.
What about if I find something random to talk about?
Well, I have to work, so
Go-kart track?
you can talk about whatever you want.
Have you got to earn some more money to pay the tax man?
I've paid the tax man for this year.
See, at least it only comes once for you. We got to do it every friggin' month.
He comes once, but it's like he comes tooled up.
Well, this has been pleasurably uneventful first lap. For this group, at least. Oh, was there something there? No, just a normal overtake, wasn't it?
No, he just missed his line a little bit.
We're not watching a race from another different community, are we?
I'm not sure. Has Robin sent me the wrong replay? Well, there's nothing there, is there? So,
No.
let's go back to the beginning and watch the second half. And we can go on with Mr. Manaram. Maybe they've heeded our warnings and understand that we are maniacal.
It's a lower grid number, isn't it?
Oh, it's a bit of a... What's it called? Your mind? It is a lower grid number. Makes me think, is the stewarding involved with that? Right, now, what's going on there? There's loads of people out of sync there, isn't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we going to be handing out penalties? Oh, what's going on there?
Here we go.
There we go. We're not unemployed anymore.
Normal service is resumed.
Okay, we haven't got everybody in shot here. I think it's just going to be the start procedure, you know. Oh, chicane. Oh.
We're not round the first lap yet.
What
is going on there then?
Lots of missed braking is what's going on there, I think. Wait there, I missed the second pack part of them not coming through.
Need to be a little bit closer to make sure there wasn't any contact. No.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh, there was one. I suppose we should start jotting down people and numbers.
Just give me the timestamp, dude.
Or did actually anything happen? No, he just missed his break. He missed his break in and averted. He sent himself to the Netherlands, to the Nether Realm, just to avoid an accident.
Yeah, made a big hole for somebody to dive into, too.
He took the left turning for Antwerp.
What a twerp. Well, this is all very good, but for that start-finish straight.
I'll pause it there a second. Give us a wider view. Right. Yeah, go from there a sec. Who's this dude? Come back.
Oh, yeah?
It's one of these one of these two white cars at the back here. Or maybe it's one of these three white cars. These the two at the rear there.
What are we looking for? Further back?
Yeah.
What did you see, Mog?
I thought I saw something that looked a bit, but I may have been mistaken.
It was a couple turns before that. It was when that's when I said the one guy really dove, took advantage of the fact that the other guy kind of lost his back end. He just dove right into it. Not there.
Further back, I think.
Further back.
Further back.
Like coming up to the second chicane. Was it?
Second chicane.
No, this one.
Do you want to go back a bit more? No?
Keep going.
Yeah, it was actually the white car in the front, and that as far as that section went that I was talking about.
Yeah, I saw
third one in the front, all the way in the front right now.
Yeah, I saw a white car. Yeah, that's all a bit.
Yeah, so before
tight.
the you got to go back. It was when that one car lost it. It opened up a hole, and the one car went shooting past four cars and just dove right down the. I mean, it was an opportunity, and it didn't cause anything, but it was a full send.
So by here, you're saying this guy?
Well, I don't know now based on the position. The guy gained the position.
Oh no, we've got one at the back. One goes into the other at the back.
Yeah. We've already seen that.
Yeah.
We're going to come back and look at that.
Yeah,
just trying to find this other one.
Yeah, you'll see. It's when the one car. It's when the one dark car loses it. I don't know who it is. But watch the one car take the opportunity and go past like all the cars and take the inside of the. Not here. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, but there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can you go back?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything bad. I mean, it was he took advantage of the opportunity, which he should.
It's the actual car we're on board with, Mr. Manaram.
It just opened a nice big hole for him to just go all the way in. But nothing wrong with it. But I think that's what we saw, though.
Right. Okay.
It's fake 777.
It's fake 777. Well, fake 777. I don't know what went on here. Was nobody's kept up with the start procedure. These lot are all accordioned because of it, and I'm pretty sure when it goes green, he hits the accelerator instead of the pit limiter. No, he's on the pit limiter now.
Why is the whole right side nobody on it? Oof.
He hits Lloyd, who goes into the McLaren.
Yeah, you can't keep that position either.
Yeah, he's not handing it back, is he?
No.
Oh, it's got damage.
I'm just wondering why everybody's out of position here.
Yeah, I know. This is what I'm trying to decipher.
Why are we not side by side?
They just haven't kept up on the whole of the outlap by the look of it.
Just get back to your spot.
So who is
Still in the same
first?
spot.
It's going to be Robin, isn't it? Robin's going to be the first of the second group. So, Mr. Young. Right, so they're all bunching up here. Lovely. Bar for Mr. Linden. So they've bunched up again here. I don't understand why they all had to separate from here.
Half the problem I wonder is if when the pit limiter goes on,
Look now.
if they're not in position, they can't do anything about it, can they? So maybe
Yeah. All they got to do is take their pit limiter off and move up. That's why I said it's not speeding. Just get caught up to the guy in front of you before the start of the race.
But maybe they feel that once they have to hit their pit limiters, they can't do jack shit. Then of course, if they then release the pit limiter to catch up to the car in front, and it's taken so long that they're up to the 10, 15 seconds or whatever, and whoever's leading says go, release.
But like,
Yeah, well,
you know,
here's the thing.
look at these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So, you know, those. So that should be the same now.
Yeah,
actually,
you shouldn't be so far behind. Like, this shouldn't be happening. These big gaps,
agreed.
why is that even happening? That's just like doing your own thing, playing in your own little land. Stay behind the car that you're supposed to stay behind.
Yeah.
And on that
I
point,
don't understand how many times we have to say it. It's so annoying.
This car should be there. This car should be there. This car should be there. This car. But this one's out of place.
Yeah, and don't pull the multiplayer room / LFM stuff, you know, or not LFM, but the multiplayer room thing where you kind of hold back to give yourself this space to launch. You're supposed to be directly behind the car in front of you. No advantages.
Has anybody noticed what I've noticed? It's Robin in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
He should be
Robin does that too.
by here.
Robin kind of dilly-dallies around as he's driving. Stay behind the car in front of you.
But the thing is, there is the responsibility for the car leading the second pack in Robin's defence, where it gets a little bit. You've got to make sure you're the one that's holding everybody up to get to the point where blah blah blah. And I think you can cut a little bit of slack for that extra bit of what you personally have to do in the race when you're in that position.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're leading the pack.
Although if anybody says 50 TP 50, I'm fine with it as well. Sorry, Robin.
Well, I was thinking TP 50 because, you know, lead by example. He's in the wrong side of the grid, which has kind of caused all these confusion because they all know that they're not supposed to be on the sides they're on.
A ban then, a ban.
Yeah, and this is just generally speaking. This is not specific to this because this is every race.
So,
I know. All I'm trying to just have a little bit of balance, devil's advocate, and I think the person that's leading the second pack, there's a little bit more responsibility. We can say, yeah, but they should know, and this, that, and the other. But
he's very likely
the individual
talking in chat, trying to organise them all as well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there is start procedure infringement.
But none likelihood is without him doing his stream chatting, none of us would have met. I know it's like making dispensation for one person, but he's the person that's brought us all together.
Yeah.
So if he's still keeping that part going that's brought us all together, like I say, I know it's a little bit of special treatment, but you can forgive it.
Well, no, I'm not going to forgive it. I'm giving him a warning.
No, once he's in the race, at least at the start of the race, he's not dealing with the...
Because he does this quite regular. nearly every race I've been in with him recently, he'll do the outlap, he'll be chatting away about this, that, and the other, and then he'll come up to the final corner, and somebody will be shouting, Robin, you need to be on the other side. Robin, you need to be on the other side. I think he needs to turn Jim off, because Jim completely messes him all the time.
Yeah, because how different is that than us complaining about people that aren't in the chat and they're off on their own streams?
No, I know.
That causes the same problem.
I know, but I'm just from a real basic point of view. I'm trying to just be.
See, everybody's confused back here now. So if Robin's where he's supposed to be, he's supposed to be there. 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 He's supposed to be there.
Yeah,
like everybody, and like. That's where this is all, because like, you know, the super triads back here are already lining up to get racing, but because of the confusion back here, that's what kind of starts this sequence off.
They're staying bumper to bumper. They're staying bumper to bumper.
Yeah, as they should be.
Which is all those cars should be.
But
which one's Robin?
There's Robin, and he should be there.
He should be on the other side,
and he should be there. And he should be there. He should be there.
So they're basically all at fault.
They are all, well, Mr. Hallis is correct. And who's behind Mr. Hallis? Mr. Hoogland, is it? Are they? Those two, they're kind of getting there. And I think Lloyd, this one, you know, they're all doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's just the confusion in the back of the field has led to being everybody out of place. And it's a bit of a scramble trying to regain positions. But, like, even if Robin was in the correct position, why are you 3-car, 4-car lengths back?
Exactly.
Why are you, like, it's blatantly obvious that it should be there. And then, like, these two, why are they not behind there?
Yeah.
And why is he not there?
Yeah, yeah. This is where you have to take a pause and you have to be like, guys, you need to get up here right now. Let's go. And slow down a little bit. Get everybody bunched up. Everybody bunch up behind me before the start line. Let's go. I
am willing to give a bit of slack because I don't know, but I would assume that there's been some kind of organizational chat going on the lead up. Like, as they're coming down here, which has just let this... Because these lot are all perfect, almost. Like, bar for Dan and this one, but, you know... Again, I would say it's like newcomers not knowing the start procedures, but this is round 5.
Can you go back to just before the last corner with Robin's group?
See, he's already lining up on the wrong side. He does do this quite often.
Can you roll it on so that we
like
can
he
see
should
how far
be
ahead?
There? There, get over there. Get over there.
So how has he ended up confused and on the wrong side?
He does it all the time. This is a bit of a confusing one because...
Oh, hello.
We're just talking about you.
Speaking of, his ears were ringing.
His ears were ringing.
I'm very chuffed here. Do you have a big echo right now?
Just know, Robin, you got to turn down the volume of your...
Sorry, the other machine is on. Hold on a second.
The problem with this track is first actually starts on the outside of the corner. Whereas on most tracks, first is on the inside.
Well, who cares? The problem isn't with the track. That's the track.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like 9 times out of 10, most tracks, pole is ready for the inside of the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that is the confusion at all. Now he's here. Should we skip back and say nothing? See if he spots
the
it.
Confusion is just forgetting where you are.
Okay.
Whoa. Hang on a second, guys.
Hang on.
Wow.
Robin, sorry, man. We're discussing an incident that involves you. So,
Sorry. I'll go away.
If you can, no, just mute your mic, man. I think
because we're deciding on whether a race ban or a TP50.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just I'm going to go. Just going to say through the hoops and jumps, I've created an API, and I've got that Google Sheets thing working with race control, and I have it running on a live race right now, and it's fucking awesome. Anyway, I'll mute. All right.
Okay, we'll come.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that because it would have saved lots of time. But yeah.
Muted.
I don't know, Robin, if you noticed. We were just discussing the kerfuffle that happens at the back of this grid is because somebody's out of place. I wonder if you can spot who it is.
Robin's not in the chat now because he's involved in this incident, all right?
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay.
he's here though. He's here, but he's not in. He's muted. He also doesn't have his outfit on. His proper outfit. He's got his Batman outfit on.
So, like I was saying, even if Robin was in the correct position, like why are there's like 4, 5, 6 car length gaps?
So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's not like Robin's escaped up the road. He's not gone faster or anything. They've just dropped back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Well, I think it goes back to what we were saying a couple of minutes ago, and that's that those people at that point probably did put their pit limiter on. But you put your pit limiter on after you're caught up to everybody. Yeah. If you've fallen behind, you need to speed up, catch up, then put your pit limiter on.
I don't think they put their pit limiter on.
Well, they're good. If you look at the two guys that were right there behind Robin, the closest, they start looking like they're going the same speed. Almost like it's governed.
No, everybody's doing different speed. Now the pit limiter's gone on.
But Robin's pit limiter on.
Yeah, once Robin's up there.
There's the pit limiters.
That's what I mean. Those guys are going the same speed at this point.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
To Robin first.
We can't second guess this forever and ever. Basically, I think this car, and this car are fine. Everybody else is getting a warning for incorrect race procedure.
I think that's the only really fair way to dish it out.
I need to interject here as well.
Yes.
Okay, so that is correct. And the pit limiter went on and I started the countdown. There is a bit of a kerfuffle at the back here.
Yep.
And that's not their fault. Should have been, because I counted down not to 15 seconds, but to 20 seconds. And a few people weren't on the headset.
Yeah, they should have had plenty of time to catch up with you.
Yeah, but when they went at 15 seconds and I had went on 20 seconds.
So they weren't listening.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So this is repeat offenders again then, because it's Mr. Manaram again, is it? He's never in the chat, is he? So he doesn't hear any counting. So he's counted to 15 and just gone. And we can see by here now.
I think Lloyd's in there as well, but
he's right in front of him.
So I started counting 15. I started counting 15 seconds, but 5 seconds had already passed.
Yeah. So these two. So yeah, I just think.
But the problem isn't even. The problem is they're not keeping bunched up like they're supposed to.
They're not bunched up.
They wouldn't be in this position to begin with if they stayed with the car.
Before the count starts, look at the gaps.
Yeah, ask everybody to gather up. Oh, just misses.
So I just think the same as what I said. I think whoever this is, and whoever that is, and Lloyd to an extent, I think, is in the right position. These two, well, no, he should be up here as well.
Well, the guys in the back are being held up by the people that are creating the gap. There's nothing they can do because they're stuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids, I gotta go. Sorry, I apologize,
right.
kids. Pick up.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll speak to you later about that.
All right.
Cool. But see what I mean? So Lloyd's bunched as he should be. He should be over there. He should be up here. These two are really okay. He should be up here. He's behind him, but he should be over here. He should be up here. So I literally think this one, this one. Mr. Hallis and Mr. Cloyson. Is it Mr. Cloyson? Cloyson? I can't even remember. No.
Yeah.
Hoogland. Oh, it's all over the place. Anyway, basically, Mr. Hallis, this one, Lloyd, these 1, 2, 3, 4 are the only 4 that are not getting warning for a start procedure. Everybody else, it's just get in one.
Right. Do you want to give me those numbers then? As long as we all.
Yeah, can you just do something real quick? Can you just zap it back to the to where it all to the start finish line? Just I want to just verify where everybody was supposed to be real quick.
I thought that's what I just did. So much for keeping it under an hour.
Is this the begin? This isn't the beginning of the race, is it?
Yes.
I mean, this is the beginning of the outlap?
No, this is the start of the race, end of the outlap.
Yeah, I want to just see the beginning of the outlap. I want to see where they're all supposed to be. So where's Robin right now? Number
there.
17. So just
Robin is there.
okay. You're positive that's Robin.
Well, yeah. Dan Kearney is 8.
Yep.
Yeah. 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Robin is 9. Like I said, should be on the right hand side.
On the right side. Right. Okay. So Robin, it started with you being on the wrong side, first of all.
Yeah.
And that
which has
off
created confusion.
They're supposed to be. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if one guy in there or two guys have no clue where they're supposed to be at that point, and the other guys stay where they know they're supposed to be, there's like weird formation that happens.
I don't get how people can do one lap and forget what side of the grid they started on. Like, I could understand doing 50 laps and not remembering, but anyway. So yeah, that is how they should have lined up.
Exactly. So at minimum, that exactly is what it should look like when they come down that start-finish line at the end of this outlap, if not closer to each other.
Yeah, like here. Like, that car should be there, really.
Right.
That's what we would like. And then if we flick to what it actually ended up as, look at it. Look at it.
Yeah.
These guys do a really good job. There's just one there that's not quite, and Dan, but I think even when it goes green, they've made those gaps up. Yeah, look, see? They're getting there, they're getting there.
My guess would be part of that is that those guys are all on comms and can communicate with each other.
Yeah.
And these guys, probably a percentage of them are not in the comms, and they're just stuck. They feel they're stuck where they are. Nobody's saying anything to each other.
So look at it. Look at the difference compared to how they started.
Right. Robin should be yelling at them to get up here.
Yeah. I think he was.
Again, yeah, I know, but you sort of want to reiterate, you can't expect one person to make everybody else do the right thing. They should be doing it.
Yeah.
Of course.
This is why I said, even if this is the side that Robin should be on, put that aside. Like, why is he back there? Why is he there? He should be there. Why is he? Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, like I said.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Steve, in these kinds of environments, you do have to. Look at any race that I was in when I was doing these races. I was always yelling at people to get up here. Let's go get bunched up.
Yeah, it's where Dora was good as well, wasn't he?
It's just the lack of comms as well. If you've got 1, 2, even 3 people that are not in on the comms, that's it. The chain's broken, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Agreed.
Yeah, and I thought part of the thing that was required is that you're in the comms.
Well, it is, but it's not being enforced.
Once the race starts, you can get out, but that's on you to figure out how to get out while you're in the middle of driving.
So like I said, so Mr. Hallis is, because we can talk about this all day, people get it, they've seen it. Mr. Hallis is 69.
Yep.
Mr. Hoogland 906.
906.
Lloyd is 80.
80. I thought
Mis-
Lloyd didn't get a warning. Lloyd
No,
was okay.
I'm listing the people I don't think need a warning.
You're listing the people who don't need a warning.
Yes.
That's really useful for my note taking.
Okay. The people that are getting a warning is Robin,
Go on.
number 17.
Number 17, yeah.
Mr. Young, 18.
18.
Mr. Phipps. That's not a Ferrari. That's a McLaren. So who's the McLaren? Volty is 95.
95.
Mr. Linden is another McLaren. Where is Mr. Linden? How is he back there? Is this start procedure? Fucking hell. This is harder to decipher for. Like I said, I think it was easier just to say who's not getting one. They all are. So, who did we say that was? Mr. Volty, 95.
95.
Mr. Linden,
Number 8.
he's back here. I don't know why. Mr. Hallis, he's okay. And Hoogland's okay. Who's this Ferrari? Is that Fipsy? Or is that Fipsy? Or is that Fipsy? Why is Fipsy there?
So zoom in, you can see the numbers on the side of the car, man.
Yeah. Fipsy's skins usually don't show up. He doesn't sync or something.
What the hell is going on with this camera?
Yeah. By the way, that white car that's right there on the right, was that a McLaren or something? That was the one that's behind Robin. And who is that?
That's Volty, I think.
Yeah, I don't. You didn't give him any kind of a penalty, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think he should get one because he's stuck behind this guy. That's the side he's supposed to be on. I think he was staying where he was supposed to be. Because think about it, if Robin's on the right like he's supposed to be, the guy in front of him's supposed to be on the left, and Volty's in the proper position.
Yeah, but Volty's number 12, so all evens should be on the left. Like, he's following the guy in front of him, but he started on the right, on the left.
Yeah,
again, this is where the confusions...
Okay, well then something's wrong then with what you're saying, because if Robin's supposed to be on the right, but Robin's on the left, then this guy in front of him is supposed to be on the left, and Volty's supposed to be on the right.
Yeah, but Volty's supposed to be on the right behind somebody else.
Yeah, don't add something to it. Just a second ago, you told me Volty's supposed to be on the left. Now that we've corrected that he is on the proper spot, now you're saying somebody's supposed to be in front of him. Who's not? Phipps is way back.
It would look like Mr. Phipps. Mr. Phipps should be behind Robin on the right-hand side. And then Mr. Young and Mr. Volty should be on the left-hand side.
Right. So Phipps is so far out of position, but what would you expect Volty to do? Volty's not going to drop all the way back there. He's where he's supposed to be, is the point.
Yeah, this is what I mean. They're all getting a warning for the improper race procedure.
Right, but you had a couple people that weren't going to get that warning, and I'm just saying I think Volty should be part of that because he is in the proper position, is all I'm saying. I think you had him listed as getting one, and I don't think he should.
I'm more confused than you are.
Well, it's all confusing because the whole freaking order is screwed up now.
I just think they all get a warning, really. It's just a fucking shambles.
Can you not go back before the car's pulled away for the outlap and have a look where everybody, just make a very quick note as to which side each car should be on, and then prior to the start, whoever's on the wrong side gets the penalty.
Okay.
And if they see now is on the left.
Crosby, Lloyd, Hallis, Hoogland, Volty. So yeah, he is actually number 13, so he did start on the right. But because Fipsy had dropped back so far, he's showing as number 12. You get what I mean?
Yep.
As long as they're on this side of the circuit at the start, they're free as far as I'm concerned.
So who's this? Mr. Linden. Mr. Young is supposed to be on the right. Yeah, Phipsy's not there. He's supposed to be on the left. And there's Robin. So that's how it is. Robin, Phipsy, Young, Linden, Bolty, Hoogland, Alice, Reed, Crosby, Manaram. As opposed to... So he's where he's supposed to be.
Yep.
Mr. Lloyd's where he's supposed to be. Mr. Volty is where he's... Mr. Crosby is where he's supposed to be.
Yep. Crosby gets the program. He's not going to deviate.
Hoogland is where he's supposed to be.
Yep.
Linden... I can't remember.
Is he where he's supposed to be? Yes,
is he where he's supposed to be?
Yep. Hallis is where he's supposed to be. Phipps is not where he's supposed to be. He is sidewise, but he isn't on how
he's supposed to be
totally
a car in front, isn't he?
He's supposed to be in front of the two cars. He's supposed to be next to Robin.
Yeah. So they're all on the correct sides, bar for Robin. And Phipsy was supposed to be in that gap. These pair would be correct if Phipsy was up there.
Yeah. So Phipsy and Robin really are the two that probably need to get the warning on this. Because everybody else was, I think, screwed up because of both of them, if you really think about.
Yeah.
Because everybody tried to stay where they're supposed to be, I think.
Yeah.
So
okay.
17 and 43 warnings for those two.
Yeah. For improper restart procedure. And then I think Mr. Manaram needs something for driving through the back of Lloyd.
Yeah, that's a different situation.
Yeah.
But just assessing this one, everybody is where they're, you know.
Okay.
But again, that's because Robin counted down 15 for some, and no, I don't know, what did he say? People in the chat was getting counted down 20, and he's not in the chat because Lloyd likes to not be in the chat as well, doesn't he? Restart.
Even so, when
these two have jumped on 15, and everybody else is on 20.
Right. So even if we count this right here as just a total miscommunication because of the timing thing, and don't penalize for that. Okay.
Yeah.
What we do have to penalize then for is the fact that it happened, but that was because of a screw up. But then this guy in the back here, Manarin, can't take the lead in front of Reed. He's got to give that position back.
Yeah.
Can't take advantage of the miscommunication. Now you got to let him back in.
He kind of did there, didn't he? Like he lifts, gets level with Lloyd, and then goes again. It's just a complete mess up, really, isn't it?
Well, Lloyd had to settle. I think he was waiting to see if Lloyd was going to be coming across the track and hit him.
Yeah.
But so for me, that would be the only thing in that situation would be that he needed
to be giving it back. Yeah.
Right.
So
the
it would be
miscommunication because of the timing thing. I don't think we could blame anybody for that because the whole thing is just a big F up.
So Mr. Manaram gets upgraded to a TP10 and then I think downgraded back to a warning because of things out of his hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So not going to causing a collision.
He didn't
the collision was caused, we think, because of
Lloyd jumped back on the brakes, didn't he? If you watch, Lloyd jumps back on the brakes, so they both pull off together. Watch now, Lloyd gets back on the brakes. See? Back on the brakes, and that's what causes Mr. Manaram into the back of him. So it's not... Yes, it's the following person's responsibility, but that was just such a fucking disaster. I don't think it's fair to put a TP10 on anybody for that.
The other cars were still blinking, so they were all still on the
pit limiter.
Yeah. So these two guys got miscommunicated somehow
because they're not in the chat as usual.
Well, now that's where that's the bigger picture in this whole thing is the chat situation. So anything comes out of this, that's what needs to come out of this is that they need to be in chat. because this is the kind of shit that happens.
Yeah.
Like, I get it that, you know, reaching across and pressing a button on your keyboard to remove yourself from the chat after the race has started, if you're a streamer or whatever, that is a terrible thing, you know. Oh, bless you, cotton socks. But, like, the disaster that was caused because of it, don't care. Like, you've been told you're supposed to be in chat.
Exactly.
To be in these races. If you want to stream, or you want to deafen and you don't want to be hindered by it all, you do that at your own risk while the race has started.
Right. Assign a button, figure it out. But that
Yeah,
can't
figure
be
it
the
out.
problem.
You
That
can't be
the
rolling up
problem.
to the back of the grid and then muting yourself and then missing out on vital instructions, causing this just because you don't want to listen or whatever. Like, you've been requested to be in the chat for race start. There's ample opportunity. You go round T1, you go round T2, you go round T3. There's a long straight before the chicane. That's where you mute yourself.
This is a moving forward for the future type thing, and taking rule and regulation tweaks into account. Some championships in the real world have a no overtaking before rule, which allows everybody to get moving. Is it worth looking at something like that for both front and rear groups and first longer race?
What, like no overtaking before T2 or something?
That sort of thing.
Well, yeah, but like you guys gave me a bit of backlash when I was going on about trying to drive at 80-90%. Like you commented that you thought it might drive people away because you're removing racing.
I'm just thinking more in terms of after the first corner, so that everybody on the start-finish straight, if somebody kind of makes a small mistake, you know, if you have an imaginary line after the first corner, if we all say, you know, there's a marshal post or whatever we can find on the circuit, no overtaking before that point, everybody's aware, then you've literally got, for the second race, both groups, they're quite aware that they can all get moving. You can have a bit of a nice tow from somebody if it's a long straight, stick with them nice and closely, but you're not in any position to go past them until a certain point. And it doesn't have to be that far, but it just stops a lot of this. You know, if you get people slightly out of position or one person kind of isn't paying attention and somebody hits them up the rear, it might just take some of that down to a minimum.
Yeah,
just a thought.
It is just a thought, and I'm on that wavelength. But like I said before, we're walking the tightrope. Are people not going to come and race because they're not allowed to race? I don't know. I'd rather what you said, something like that.
I had another thought the other day, which is literally just to have a second formation lap.
A second formation lap?
Yeah.
They can't do a formation lap to the bloody end of the start-finish straight. How are they going to do it for a whole lap?
A second formation lap, you know, you could actually, people get up to speed a little bit more. You know, you could have the one person saying, right, you have to stick with the leader. Whoever's the leader has to go at a moderate pace. This is overcomplicating things, so forget it.
Yeah, you are definitely overcomplicating things.
Yeah, it would cause more problems than good.
Yeah, and there's a side that I agree with, Steve, with what you're saying, but the downside to it is, you know, so then what happens when somebody mid-pack gets a bad start and then they hold up the whole back of the pack? Should everybody have to slow down for that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it. It was just, it was more, I kind of stick more with the, you know, a certain point, no overtaking before there. But it's got to be close to the start. It can't be halfway around the circuit.
I stick more with everybody being adults and actually knowing how to start a race and know how to drive and stop having to baby
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm struggling with that.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, because otherwise we're putting in place regulations that are going to be difficult to enforce because they're going to change from track to track, and it just makes more work.
Yeah, I would be interested to see.
And then nobody's improving either. They just keep getting their hand held in a new way.
I would be interested to see how a no overtaking on the first lap would work.
I don't think it would, but yeah, I know what you're saying. And that's really about it, isn't there? There was no other incidents at all for the first lap, was there?
That last warning for car 777 for start procedure infringement. Does Lloyd not get one as well?
What did Lloyd do wrong?
He's not in chat, so he's gone on 15 and not on 20 like the rest of them.
Yeah. We understand the chat side of things. We understand that that's the bigger picture in the whole thing. But as far as like what actually happened in this particular situation, with the knowing the chat problem,
Hmm.
Lloyd didn't do anything wrong.
He went early.
He went
Well,
early.
he went. Well, yes, that's the miscommunication thing, and
Yeah,
that's
so
where
he needs to
Robin
be
sounded-
warned for not being in chat.
Well, you don't know that he wasn't in chat there, though.
Okay, well,
We
if
don't
he's
know
not
that
in
for
chat,
sure.
then he needs a TP10 because what he did was even worse. If he's not,
Okay, but
if
then
he's
that-
if
but
he's
then it
in
goes back-
chat,
hold on, dude. It goes back to what Robin was saying. Robin was trying to say that there was some confusion because somebody was at 20 and somebody was at 15. We don't know what Robin meant by that. I was confused by what he said.
yeah, right,
He was
okay,
saying that those guys were off because of something, and I don't know what he meant.
yeah, okay, but right. So if he hasn't heard all that, then what he did was worse than if he did hear all that. Know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, but we don't know what happened at that moment. You don't know that he didn't hear, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't know any of that. So the only thing we do know is that these two jumped the start for whatever reason and caused an incident. So they need to have warnings instead of TP10s because we've said that it's a complete clusterfuck.
Yeah.
But both of these need warnings for start infringements, whether they're in the chat or not.
Just play it through.
I am.
Going early gives you an advantage quite clearly. I mean, look at the white car. Just suddenly go, oh, fuck it, doesn't matter. I'll carry on. He's got such an overspeed. Right, he loses a bit there.
But like, you know, for the initial, they've both done it. They've both gone early.
Yeah, I get that.
So I don't
Right,
understand
white cars.
why you're pushing back against Lloyd getting the warning for a start infringement.
Well, because I guess in my mind you just moved on to something new. That's why. So you caught me off guard. I didn't know we moved on to like the whole assessment of this situation and everybody actually being in the proper position except for two people. That was the initial.
Yeah, that was the
penalty
initial.
situation.
They're all in the right positions, but then
Right.
the not
Yeah,
being
that's it.
in
So I'm just-
comms has
all I'm
caused
saying
this.
is just I didn't hear you transition to a whole new thing. That was it. So you caught me off
Right.
guard.
Can I
Okay.
just add? Can I just
No.
add?
No,
Please.
no.
That the
If
two
I cut the pair of you
Mustangs-
off right now, we might get this one under an hour.
The two Mustangs with
All
their
right, then, maybe not.
insane BOP advantage have now caused damage to whatever car they ran into.
Yeah.
Are we still going with just a warning?
Yeah, because it's too much of a clusterfuck to
Yeah.
So was
to
the
put
car that they
blame.
hit?
If the communication breakdown hadn't happened, then I'd be looking at the two of them getting a TP10, and they'll watch this back and they'll complain and whatever. But like that's what I would have thought. But because of the communication breakdown, it's a clusterfuck. It's just a warning.
I know,
I don't-
but they've clearly caused damage to another car that he's now got to carry through the whole race.
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
may
but-
well feel aggrieved with that.
Yeah,
you can't-
and rightly so. But I think
So what he should do is
Gwyn
get
said,
into
it was
Discord,
The whole thing.
get in the chat and petition against the other drivers not being in communication. Like we can't babysit and hold their hands through everything. Like
No, but
they've
we
been
are-
told to
we
do
are
this.
doing
They've
so with
chosen not
first
to
lap
do it.
incidents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he may have gone away thinking, oh, that'll get looked at as a first lap incident, I'm sure. And then find himself thinking, oh, they just got warnings. Great. I had damage for a whole race.
Well, if that driver wanted that incident looked at, then they should have put an incident report.
Yeah, but
in
if
the
they've
first
watched the other
place.
videos, Mog, if they've
Yeah.
watched the other videos, they might be thinking, oh, it's going to get taken care of because it's
Yeah.
first lap.
Well, you don't anticipate that we'll get everything. And also, I'd have to agree with Gwyn that this whole start procedure is an absolute nightmare, and we've
Right.
all kind of agreed with that. So saying that the two cars just get a warning, I'm with Gwyn that it would have been a TP10 if it were not for everything going completely sideways here. You know?
Yeah, that's totally fine. And Steve, you keep going back to things that you and I bicker about, and that's that you can't over penalize somebody because somebody else got damaged or their race has been compromised. It doesn't work like that in racing. You can't assess that penalty based on what you did to somebody's race. Hamilton and Verstappen took each other out in the first lap and affected the championship. That doesn't mean that Hamilton gets. They don't account for that. It doesn't matter.
Which race?
Doesn't matter. Any of the races where they were going back and forth with each other and doing shit they shouldn't have done.
Yeah, if they did exactly the same thing on race 1 at the start of the season when it doesn't matter that much on the championship, and they did exactly the same thing on the last race where it does matter loads, the penalty would still be the same. Doesn't matter the weighting of the outcome.
Exactly.
The penalty is black and white. This is what the rules are. You broke the rules. In the rules, this is the designated penalty for that breaking of the rule. That's it. You can't then weight it heavier because
it was just a point of view, the fact that we're looking at tidying up first lap stuff.
Yeah,
and
I'm pretty sure the 55 minutes we've spent looking at this, people will understand that this was a clusterfuck.
From my point of view, this is the last of saying it. From my point of view, somebody had their race spoiled on the first lap that we say we're looking at, and nothing's happened for them.
Well, it has happened, but this guy's getting bumped into, and then we're going to blame these for bumping into him, but then these are going to blame these for getting the start procedure wrong, and then they're going to blame these for not being in communications. It's just a complete clusterfuck. Guys, just get in comms, get right up behind the car in front of you, and make sure you're on the side of the grid that you started in. That's it. Simple.
Okay.
If he's really aggrieved by us not giving Lloyd more of a penalty or Mr. Maran more of a penalty, then please feel free to message us once and we'll relook at it if you're really that upset about it.
I'm fine with that.
Just to sum up that last incident there, we're also giving out warnings to car 777 and car number 80 for start procedure, specifically jump in the start.
Yeah, from all of this, it's 777 and 80 for start procedure infringement, and for number 17 and number 43 start infringement. That's it. Line drawn underneath.
Yep.
Just one more. No, I'm joking.
And then the only other actual report we've got is from.
Was that all of?
Yeah, we went through lap 1, didn't we? We didn't see anything else.
We went through it with this group as well, the group at the back. Did we do that?
And I did it while we was just talking about it. I went through, let it play. I can put it on full speed so you can watch it again if you want. I'm fairly sure there was no other contacts.
Right, yeah, we did look at this. Yeah, I remember, because I thought there was a white car.
Yeah, he went off, didn't he? He missed, and then this chicane, somebody missed, but, there's no contact, there's no rubbing.
Okay.
There you go.
Good.
Might as well see it through the end now, look. Now you've made me do it. There you go. Everybody cross the line. I know the cameraman's sick.
All the viewers are too.
Are you sure he's sick? No.
Yeah.
Right. So the only incident we've got was coming in from car number 2, incident with car number 47, lap 2, replay timestamp 7:09. Lap.
Okay. We are on lap 2. Oh.
Stephen.
Yes, with Stephen. We must remember to call Stephen Stephen.
That's right. Always call him Stephen. Never call him 47 or the blue car.
So who's the report off?
Report is from car number 2. No? Yes, car number 2.
Right, so he's gone off here. I wondered how Fergus was involved in this, but that answers my question.
So yeah, it says
right, so
he handed the place back.
So this must be, he's just...
Never going to make the corner.
No, never going to make the corner. Sausage curb has ended it.
Multi-car incident as well.
There is a multi-car incident. Let's go back.
We see it from above. Please go in.
Some people do anything for a crotch shot.
R47?
Right here.
Is that
That
on
the circuit.
the right side? On the right side.
There's a little collision there with Trav too.
Unfortunately, I'm leaning towards what is a multi-car crash, TB30?
30, I think. Yeah.
Let me just check.
Is there anybody else that's doing anything wrong just
Yeah.
before it all kicks off?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there is,
Trav-
but
Travis actually.
there's no
I don't.
report.
I don't think that
He's
Steven
followed
is,
him, isn't he? He's followed him
Yeah,
off.
Steven didn't cause the multi-car collision. He actually just caused the one with Haston.
There's no
But
report.
Trav comes lunging in. But where you can't blame him though if it wasn't his fault because Trav hits this guy first of all. He's offline.
Bad awareness there, Trav.
Yeah, he comes back on track. The other guy now, and Trav comes lunging into the inside here, which actually
He's followed him again.
Yeah, and he can't stop either, which he hits him, then him, and then it causes the guy in the back to hit him.
Can we zoom in a little bit? Just a little
No.
bit. Please. And go back, maybe a little zoom in. Oh no, that should be right. So you got the Ferrari on the inside. Who makes contact first?
He was
Travis
in
is
the back of
arguably
47.
Yeah, Travis is arguably wrong angle too fast.
Yeah, my only point in that is that I don't think that Steven is responsible for a multi-car collision. His contact is with Haston, which he is responsible for. Everything after that falls on the next person, who there was no report.
Yeah.
So hold on. So the Ferrari hits the Porsche.
There.
Yep. Then Travis comes in.
Hits the curb there, so he would have lost traction.
Hits the curb, can't stop. Yeah,
Taps the
Roger's
back
right.
of 47. But I think he would have ran into... Who's this on the right? BMW, is it? No?
Maybe it's Man.
Oh, yeah,
Mancunian.
Mank. Yeah, it is. It's Mancunian in the Bentley.
That's just two separate incidents then, isn't it?
Yeah. And unfortunately, this incident wasn't reported, so we're just adjudicating this one.
Yeah.
Right. Which is the only reason why I wanted to bring it up, so you didn't blame Steven for a multi-car.
No, good. Well done, Rog.
Yes, well done, Rog. So, TP10?
TP10 causing a collision.
Car number 47.
Got it.
And that concludes our race meeting, Stewards meeting for Zolder.
Thank God.
Special mention for lap 1, race 1. That is exactly how we would like to see it. It would be lovely if we could then do the same on race 2. Just like keeping one of these meetings under an hour. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but that would be nice. And once again, a little round of applause for you all for race 1, lap 1.
Yeah.
There you go.
And just quickly to add to that, one of the benefits of that is that if you get through that first one cleanly like you all did, a lot of the time what that'll do is it'll allow the different levels or the different driving skills to at that point cleanly separate. So then everybody's kind of bunched with their group of equal racers, which helps the situation.
Yeah.
So the amount of reporting that we're doing is getting shorter as well every time, so that's good. That's all.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we give ourselves a round of applause for cleaning up lap 1? We can't take credit for that, can we? That's the drivers. That's you lot. You can fear the hammer. Yes, you can fear the hammer, but we have nothing to do with it.
I'm a sandwich.
Okay, that's it. I'm calling an end to this one. Thank you all. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Yes.
And we shall be back. That's it now. We've done all the stewards meetings. before the finale. And when is that? That's tomorrow night, isn't it? So hopefully we can get this uploaded beforehand. Anyway,
Yep.
thank you all. Goodbye.
Later.